The Sinclair Show. Disclaimer. The views expressed on The Sinclair Show are those of the host, its guests, and callers, and are not the views of this station, nor its sponsors or affiliates. Any ideas, thoughts, and opinions from the host and others are designed to inspire conversation only. This station holds no responsibility for the validity, accuracy, or inaccuracies of information on this show. All questions, comments, or concerns should be addressed directly to its host, Sinclair Nicholson. The Sinclair Show, coming up next.
Once again, it's on. You're listening to the only morning show when people at 9. That's right. It is the Sinclair Show on WBISLP, Awesome Radio 106.9. It is the hottest station in the Carolinas. People, we are prime time. It's 8:01. It seems like there's a little thunderstorm going on outside if you're in the Greenville, North Carolina area. So we're going to see if we can have some things going on to take your mind off the thunder and troubling lightning out there, all right? We got work to do, okay? The clock is running. So let me see how much time I got. Oh, yeah, we got time to get in the mailbag. Go ahead and jump on one of these letters, please.
Okay, this first one says, Sinclair Show.
Yes.
I almost caught a charge yesterday.
Not a charge you almost caught.
That's what's funny.
Something in the air, people.
I went to get some things straight on my EBT card, and when I pulled up in the parking lot, there was a white woman who was parked beside me.
What's EBT?
It's the funds for like food stamps and, you know.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. Okay, cool.
She looked like she was in her mid-60s.
All right.
I went inside the office, and she did too. We both were leaving. I started backing out. She moved her car at the same time I moved mine.
Okay.
I stopped to let her go, and she stopped too. This kept going on for about 5 minutes, meaning they kept going back and forth with that, okay?
So y'all play too much.
Right. So finally I said, lady, you can go since you're in a hurry. This old woman gonna tell me, nah, you go ahead. I'm sure you need to rush to the store to buy some shrimps.
Hold up, people.
You got your
Hold
card.
up. I ain't even gonna laugh, but people, y'all know this funny as all outdoors. Okay. So the little old lady told me,
nah, she said, nah, you go ahead. I'm sure you need to rush to the store to buy some shrimp since you got your little card. She then said she is sick of young black folks using the resources in hopes that after Trump gets through kicking out the Mexicans, he then kick out the blacks.
wow.
I told her, scribble up wrinkle self, that she best move on because I will show her something out of my purse. Okay?
Oh, you done went to the purse?
She drove off and gave me the finger. Mm-hmm.
That's what you get.
Sinclair, white folks think they are better than blacks. I know. I see more of them in there than us. Okay, in the office. Okay, that's what she's meaning. Why do you think they are so bold, even when they are by themselves talking slick to us? Would I have been wrong if I beat the brakes off her? Okay, sign, better watch your mouth or watch these hands.
First of all, let me say something to you. Let me see who I have. Valerie Strayhorn Harris, glad to see you. Yvette Henderson, we are glad to see you too. Now, let me say something, people. First of all, I'm glad that she ain't put a name up here. I'm glad you did. But
wash them hands.
But let me say this to you. I don't even know why y'all tripping out here in public like this. Now, if you just joined us, I'm laughing because this is about one of the funniest letters I've heard in a while. You got 2 folk at the EBT, and if y'all like me, I didn't really catch the phrase, but my understanding, the EBT is where you can take and go get your subsidies for your food, all right, on a little card or whatever, all right?
And other benefits are up there also sometimes.
Okay, cool. So apparently there's a younger African-American woman, and there's a senior, more seasoned white woman. They pull up at the same time. Both of them scrolling up in the EBT office. Is that what it's called?
No,
EBT?
it's not.
What is it called?
Social services.
Oh, social services. All right. So they both scrolling up in the social services. Cool. No problem. everybody got to eat.
Right.
All right. So then they say, Beverly, Key, what's going on, girl? They say what happens is, in the process of both of them went in there into the social services and got service.
Right.
And they both coming out at the same time. Okay. And then they get in their little, they both of them get in their little EBT mobiles,
Yes.
and they getting ready to go. And they both back out at the same time.
Right.
One itching back, the other itching back. So they both stop. Okay. Picture it in your mind, people.
You did it for 5 minutes.
Now here's the problem. How y'all playing backup tag for 5 minutes? Okay. So now some attitudes have begun to ensue, if you will. And my understanding is the sister girl, the African-American queen, if you will,
right,
says, hey, you can go ahead and go. Trying to be hospitable, I'm assuming.
Since you're in a hurry.
Oh, well, that ain't too hospitable. When you throw them little extra end pieces on, it changes the flow or something. But anyway, so she said, hey, little lady, you can go ahead and go since you're in a rush. She says, let me read it correctly because these are her words, not mine, and I don't want to catch no problems for my Anglo-Saxon buddies.
Read it for you?
Yeah, go on, read it one more time.
This old lady gonna tell me, nah, you go ahead. I'm sure you need to rush to the store to buy some shrimp since you got a little card.
Now look, people, I'm not trying to be funny because I'm trying to really, in my mind, understand, was that a racist slight or something?
Yeah, because
Or do everybody with an EBT card get shrimp? I don't know.
they feel like that's what, because, and this is a myth, I believe,
A
that
myth.
they believe that, you know, when they get it, they go buy things they're not normally will purchase if they have regular money or what have you.
Y'all are tripping.
Yeah.
Dang, Keys, I'm glad to see you. So now we in the midst of a controversy in the parking lot of social services.
Correct.
Between a younger African-American woman and a more seasoned Anglo-Saxon Caucasian, if you will, woman. And they are arguing after they both just came out from getting their EBT cards, and they are in the parking lot trying to back up the EBT mobiles to get out. And because there is such a controversy about who can go first, the sister girl says, why don't you go on first since you in such a rush? And then she says, my little white compadre says, nah, why don't you go since you in such a rush to go get some scrimps?
Since you got your little card.
You got your little card. Now, I'm probably going to laugh about this every single time that I think about it. What's up, James Key? Sorry we didn't get to see you this weekend, but we got a little something for your boy. All right, now check this out. So the first thing we come to is this comment. And people out there in listening land and Facebook land and whatever land, text message land, wherever you at, I don't personally know I don't know that telling somebody to go get some shrimp it's not racist. I don't know that it is. I can tell you it seems a tad bit suspect, but I can't say, would it be racist if a white person said it to another white person?
I don't think so. I just think it was just more so that she was trying to say that, you know, she know I guess blacks will go buy things like that when we have the spending money to do so. That's what she was trying to allude to, and it's unfortunate.
Okay, well, let me ask a question because I know this gonna run into the
Shrimps aren't that high, but I mean, you know,
I know this gonna run into the first sponsorship break, so I have to ask you all, my listening public, my airwave conscious, if you will, could it be? Could it be that this is not a racist comment, more so than a prejudice comment?
Could be.
See, because I believe you can be prejudiced and not be racist. I believe that the prejudice is she got a personal problem with the fact that African Americans might from time to time say, look, got my card, maybe I want to get me something at the top of the scale. I mean, I don't know why you're tripping, you know, because I don't personally know that my Caucasian compadres don't get scrimps and stuff. I don't know.
It's shrimps, and I think her problem then goes into the next statement.
What was the next statement?
It was saying that she was hoping that once Trump get through kicking out the Mexicans, that he then kick out the blacks.
Oh, so now we get into the more definitive.
Racial.
Yeah, we're gonna get to maybe not racial. Maybe it's the prejudice.
Okay.
Maybe because she's
wrong.
Well, look, people, before I get there, we gotta take our first sponsorship break because I want to get with the Scrimps. Sinclair Show, WBISLP, we're gonna be back with Scrimps. I don't know, people. I'm just trying to say. Look, I'm your guy. You my conscience.
That girl said, scribble up self.
Say what?
How she described her. She said, well, her scribble up wrinkle self.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that in a minute because that's a little racist too. People, I don't know, but I do believe that you all being my conscience out there, that you're gonna help me navigate this. Because everything that has to do with race doesn't have to be racist. It can simply be prejudice.
Well, I've known people to get those cards, like if it's and then they'll go to Sam's and load up on stuff like that.
Well, then we're going to say that for when we get back on, because then now I got some different questions.
It is true.
Oh, so you saying that little Caucasian lady might have a valid point?
I didn't hear you say it again.
Are you implying that the little Caucasian lady might have a point?
I'm implying that all of them do it, though, across the board. It ain't just one race.
So then, all right. So we'll be able to break that down. Why is James Key already out here with the facts? I'm gonna bring you some facts, my brother. But the general, well, let me not say the general consensus, but there is a consensus in the studio tonight that the Caucasian lady may not have been all the way off basis. She just may have failed to announce that some of them do it too. Okay, but we're gonna get to the other part of what she jumped on. I'm just saying, I think it's a case of being prejudiced. But we did teeter on some. What is that? That sounds like me. Wow, y'all ever just be talking to somebody, hear yourself on the radio? Pretty tight, ain't it? I'm just saying. Tell a friend to tell a friend about the Sinclair Show. Oh, I see other people popping on now. Glad to see you, Yvonne Rouse. See, Bible study must be over. You are back on the Sinclair Show, WBISLP, Awesome Radio 106.9. It is the hottest station in the Carolinas. People, we are prime time. The clock says 8:19. We got some things going on. The first letter out the mailbag is already teetering on some little racism. Can you summarize it for us, Camille?
Well, basically, the young lady went to the social services to get some things straightened out on her EBT card, and there was a Caucasian lady who was a little bit older who parked right beside her. They walked in together. Both of them went into the social services. It does not say that this lady went to check on her EBT card, but we'll move on.
Okay.
It did say that they then, both of them finished their business, came back out. They both got into the vehicles. They started to move. Both of them started to move out of the parking lot.
Same time.
So they both went back and forth, who's going first, for about 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Then this, the little African-American lady told her, lady, you can go ahead since you're in a hurry. Then the little white lady told her, nah, you go ahead, because I'm sure that you need to rush to the store to buy some shrimp since you got your little car.
Stop right there. We'll pick the rest up in a minute.
Okay.
First of all, let me see. Lynn Barrow Andrews, we are glad to see you up here tonight. And Carolyn Brown, glad to see you too. And where's my little homie at? I know he got to be somewhere around there listening. Deacon Brown, I hope you're listening to this. But anyway, check this out, people. So I'm trying to understand. Two people go into the EBT place. They come out.
To the social services.
Okay, social services. The EBT. Look, y'all got me confused. Okay, so for clarity, for people like me who are a little slow, my understanding now is you go to the social services place to get your EBT card.
And other benefits.
And other benefits. Yeah. Okay. So facts not in evidence that we don't know that they both went there for the same thing, but they left about the same time. Mm-hmm. They get in the parking lot. Both of them are having a backing up standoff.
Right.
And then my younger sister girl says, "Hey, you can go because it seems like you're in a rush." And then my more seasoned Anglo-Saxon buddy says, "Hey, why don't you go ahead and go? Because I'm sure since you got your little EBT card, you're going to get some scrimps." Now look, people, before we left, I was trying to discern whether or not we was dealing with a case, because the author of this letter believed that the lady was being a little racist when she said that. And so I had to come to my Caucasian buddy's defense and say, it may not be racist. It may simply be prejudice.
Until you heard the next statement.
But before we get to the next one, but I have to ask, because there's a consensus in the studio that the lady might not have been off base when she said there are times when people go and get their EBT that as they ponder and tweeter through the store, the grocery store, they might stop by the shrimp and lobster aisle, the porterhouse section, if you will.
And all that. Yeah,
so I've got to defend my little Caucasian buddy and say, well, was she wrong?
Well, I mean, I guess the girl's like, look, why would she go buy Spam when she can buy a London broil now? You know? So
I ain't judging. I'm just saying we got to be careful when we jump straight off into the racist thing, because the lady might have simply been stating facts.
But she shouldn't have said it that way.
Well, I mean, look, we have learned in our lifetimes that timing is everything, all right? So keep going with the letter. Maybe it's some more in this letter that brings this to life.
A little bit more. Then she said she was sick of young black folks using up resources.
Whoa. I guess there you go. Look here.
Right.
My Caucasian buddies, I tried to defend us to the end.
True. And she hopes that after Trump get through kicking out the Mexicans, that he will kick out the blacks. I told her scribble up wrinkled self that she best move on before I show her something out of my purse.
Well, hold on. Let's pause. We got to break this down in pieces. First of all, now look here, my little Anglo-Saxon buddies. Let me tell you what you can't be doing. You cannot be outside of social services telling black women that I know you're going to get some shrimps and follow and chase that drama down with a glass of, and I hope Trump, when he gets through kicking out the Mexicans, that he moves on to black folks next. Mm-hmm. I gotta say, the moment that you brought out Trump and kicking out black folks next, you jumped all the way into the racist pool. All right, just gotta say it. Can't ride with you no more. Now here's what I really got a problem with though. As if all of that wasn't enough.
Right.
How y'all gonna say, why does everybody keep picking on the Mexicans? We tired of that. We are tired of it. You up here re-announcing out in the public streets as you back up your EBT mobile that, yeah, Trump kicking out Mexicans and he coming to get y'all next.
And then she drove off and gave the girl the finger.
Well, giving the finger is, after you done told them, look, I hope you get deported, kicked out, the finger was just an added touch of on the ice cream path, if you will. Now, let me tell y'all where there's a problem here amongst all of this.
Right.
Look, let me tell you, sister girl, my African-American friend, you absolutely positively cannot be out at the Department of Social Services, a government facility, telling a more seasoned Anglo-Saxon woman that you're going to give her the business out your purse. Everybody knows, even white America knows, when somebody threatens to go in that purse, you're not looking for the mace. Do you know that in judicial systems that is borderline on a terroristic threat? I'm just trying to keep you safe. All right? You got to know what you can say when you're mad about somebody telling you that you're going to buy some shrimp that you're really probably going to get. I understand your pain. We don't like for nobody else to come at us slick out the mouth because we know they taking some jabs, and it could not be denied when she brought up Mr. Orange himself. I feel you on that. But we got to know what we can do, what we can say, because I'm telling you, here's what you didn't consider. What if Susie Homemaker went in her little purse and came out with something too? Now we got two folks popping off with their EBT cards, bagging up into each other, arguing in the parking lot about some shrimps that they all probably eat. And what's the big deal anyway? So what if somebody want to get some shrimps? Truth be told, most folks eat shrimp even when they ain't got no EBT card. Shrimps ain't at the top of the ladder of nothing. If you're gonna say something to hurt somebody's feelings, you're gonna have to say, now let me look here. For my Anglo-Saxon buddies, let me tell y'all how to handle this next time. What's going on, Essie? That's my armor bearer. This is how you handle it next time. You say, look, I'm gonna let you go on first since you got your EBT card, and you probably need to go down there and buy a TV with it. I'm just saying, because if you're gonna get us with something we really might do. We might go get some real stuff with ours. Okay. Yes. If I can get me an EBT card, I'm telling you what I'd be getting. I'd be getting TVs and can you buy all that stuff with them?
No, I don't think so. Unless your benefits are on it.
No, I need to find out what kind of benefits. Can I get me some benefits?
It's like social service, Social Security and stuff like that.
I ain't messing with Social Security office. They be inspecting. But anyway, people. So I'm just saying. Now let's go to the bottom end of this. She said, why do you think? No, she says, Sinclair, why do white folks think they are better than blacks? I know I see more of them than us. All right, well, let me go ahead and give you some facts, people. First of all, they say there's $851.1 billion spent on welfare in 2018, right? Now, let me tell y'all let me tell you some of my Caucasian buddies what they saying in here. They saying that my minority compadres, i.e. my black folks, they are only representing 24% of the people using it. Unfortunately for you all, they going to get shrimps. They say you all make up 47%. Then they say that the next in line, let me see, the numbers are somewhere up there. Matter of fact, 43%, 18%, 30% for Hispanics. No wonder y'all trying to get them out. They getting some of y'all, they getting y'all EBT. So matter of fact, this is telling us that my Caucasian buddies and my Latino buddies, y'all at the grocery store more than black folks is. Come on now, you can't be cracking jokes when you making almost 50% of the people using it.
It's true.
You're wrong for that. We're not gonna stand for it now. Look, we got to take a sponsorship break. We'll be back. Sinclair Show, WBISLP, Awesome Radio, where we free the shrimp tonight. We'll be back.
If you're a young man from the millennial generation, then consider this. You are required to register with the Selective Service when you turn 18. An immigrant man who settles in the U.S. after the age of 18 must register before his 26th birthday. Registration is required by law and allows you to remain eligible for programs.
Yeah, we're going to the next one.
Guaranteed student plus.
They were right here. I could talk about this all night. She told that girl, go get you some shrimps. Look at people. We'll talk about that one another time because that was kind of slick out the mouth. I ain't got time to really tell the people on the radio, but I can tell y'all because y'all my homies. You know good and well somebody's supposed to have got a two-piece off that the Trump gonna take. You can't say that. You can't do it. You tell something. Look here. Let me move the mic because I'm gonna have to say this before the radio come back on. Let me tell y'all something. My Caucasian buddies, do not, under any circumstance, be at the Social Security office where folks is getting their EBT stuff, popping off at the mouth and talking about Donald Trump gonna take them somewhere. It's folk going to jail for less than that. Shh, be very quiet. The rabbit is coming. Y'all remember Bugs Bunny? Okay, I got to go back home, but that was my daily tip for y'all to stay safe. See you, white America. You are back on the Sinclair Show, WBISLP, Awesome Radio 106.9. It's the hottest station in the Carolina. We in the mailbag. Folks is acting crazy over EBT cars, but we going to the next one. You got to get your security on your own.
Dear Sinclair,
Tell me what it is.
I was listening to the news about that guy, Jeff Epstein, who they say are saying killed himself after already allegedly trying to commit suicide a few days before.
Okay, cool.
I've been locked up, and once you try to kill yourself, they put you on watch. They take your shoestrings, your belt, your sheets, and anything you could use. How did this even happen to a public figure? My other question is that this guy has all kinds of high-profile friends, to include the president, famous attorney Alan
Dershowitz,
Prince Andrew, Bill Clinton, former Governor Bill Richardson, and Senator George Mitchell. Do you think he was killed to keep the story quiet? Do you think the president has something to do with it?
Y'all tripping.
Is it possible he ain't already dead? They just got him out because he's worth almost $600 million. Does this make it more likely they will convict R. Kelly?
R. Kelly getting this.
Sign another one down.
First of all, let me see who's out here. Loretta Battle, what's going on, girl? How you sneak on in here? Tammy Green King, what's going on? I saw her Sunday at church. Y'all ought to go to church when you'll see more people than at your house. All right, first of all, let me say this. Now, Jeff Epstein, this has been all over the news forever and a day, okay? This man been... Now, they did allege he tried to kill himself once before. But here's what I want to know from whoever wrote this. How you going to just come on the show confessing about your prison time and said it with such glee? I've been to prison, and they take your shoestrings and your all belts and all kind of stuff.
He was saying that after you try to commit suicide, they take off.
Now, how you know it was a he and not a she?
Well, it could be whomever.
Apparently, and when you're incarcerated and you start talking about doing yourself in, they take all the luxuries like shoestrings and sheets.
Yeah, they can do harm.
I mean, I don't know. Now, she started asking questions. First of all, let me say this so that the Secret Service don't mess with me. No, I don't think Trump had nothing to do with this. I don't personally care. Y'all want me to answer a question about somebody who did himself in, allegedly, in jail on the crimes of doing some kind of sex slavery thing with young folks. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe it was justice. I don't know. I wasn't there. But I am not going to put this on Donald Trump. Y'all want to put everything on the Orange Bandit. Look, he done did enough stuff. I'm not touching that, all right? Because those are some allegations and facts, not in evidence. But let me tell you what is a problem, though. People, did y'all hear the list of folks she said? How in the Sam blazing the hills does Bill Clinton name come up in everything sexual related? This dude's name been coming up for 40 years, since he was back in Alabama, wherever he was. People, I have got to say for the record, Bill Clinton might be a pervert. I just got to say it. I'm just saying. He was in the White House cutting up. Before he got to the White House, he was cutting up. And now your name is tied to a dude with the sex ring? Tisk, tisk, tisk. I can't play with you, okay? Then they talking about, is it possible that he ain't really dead? You know what it kills me about conspiracy theories? Y'all always come up with some, man, y'all won't let Tupac be gone. Y'all won't let Biggie be gone. Everybody seeing everybody, okay? If they said this man hung himself in jail, they didn't just sneak him out so he could pop up on some extradited island. Look, people, cameras be everywhere looking for you. No, I think if they said he gone, he's probably gone. But this is what has me the most disturbed of all. R. Kelly can't catch a break from y'all. Why y'all keep dragging Robert Kelly name in it? That man been arrested in 4 different states, trampled around. He got federal charges, state charges. You don't have to worry about R. Kelly. Okay? Because instead of talking about he don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind, he can already be saying, I don't see nothing wrong with doing a lot of time. Okay? He good. Stop worrying yourself about him and stop jinxing that man. Maybe he'll look up and and all of a sudden the evidence will just fall out of the air. I don't know. But leave him alone. Look, people, I ain't got time to spend on this because this is a dangerous subject. Okay, y'all done brought 45 and little kitty play. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I got to go. Can you go to the next letter?
Sure. Dear Sinclair.
What it is?
And this is kind of serious. I am having to fight with my husband about sending my son off to military school.
All right.
My son has had some challenges over the past few months. He got caught with some other boys who were bad influences on my son, and they were breaking into cars.
Oh my goodness.
He told me he didn't want to do it, but those guys were going to, and the peer pressure. When they got caught, he has entered a pretrial diversion plan. My husband was quick to want to discipline him again after the courts and took all of his things. Then Juwan was outside this past week, and my husband smelled some marijuana and lost it.
You're supposed to.
My son said it wasn't him, it was one of his friends, and my husband grabbed him by the throat and slammed him against the wall. He pushed my husband off him, and then that's when everything went wild. My husband began punching him like a grown man, yelling, "So you want to come try me? Come on." He was possessed. My son could barely catch his breath. Then he would punch him again. Finally, I grabbed his arm and he stopped. Sinclair, later that night, he told us that my son would have to get out of the house either on the street or going to military school.
All right.
My son told him he did not want to, and so he put him outside and gave him a tent and a bucket to use the bathroom.
That's a real G, baby.
I am not going to have my son sleeping like a homeless person.
Well, go out there with him.
Sinclair,
What?
I think he is being unreasonable, and if I have to leave to get some place for me and my son, I will.
Adios.
Sinclair, do you think my husband is being fair? And how do I get him to change his mind? Because my child does not need to be shipped to military school just because his dad has and was prior service. Signed, Regina.
You know what, Regina? I enjoyed reading this foolery. And I'm going to tell you why. You are absolutely, positively asking the wrong dude this question. Okay? People, look, I know this is going to go past into the station break, so let me say this to you. First, and when I read what this lady is saying, listen to this part. He got caught with some other boys who were bad influences on him. Right out the gate. You don't think your son is capable of doing exactly what he got caught doing. He already knows that you're the weak link in the chain, in the discipline chain, if you will. Why? Because he got caught. He was put on pretrial diversions. All he had to do was come look at you in your face. And he said he didn't want to do it, but those guys was going to, and the peer pressure.
Correct.
So you riding with your son because he told you, yeah, we out here breaking in cars. I really didn't want to break in cars, but the peer pressure was so great, I just had to break in the cars. And you bought that. And you emotionally latched onto that. Meanwhile, your husband is like, look, I'm not buying this foolishness. I don't care if you went out there with Adolf Hitler. You're going to have to pay your own price. They may have let you off with a little pretrial diversions, but we got some stuff to deal with in here. All right? So what did you do? Now you in your feelings. All right? Then you said, my husband took all his stuff. All right? People, let me ask you this question. So your husband took all of the things, correct? And what happened then? Now you in your feelings because you used the phrase almost double jeopardy. Well, they dealt with him while my husband got to deal with him at the house. I'm about to tell you why when we come back. People, we got to take our sponsorship break. This is the Sinclair Show, WBISLP, Awesome Radio 106.9.
110 Pearl Drive, Greenville, a living alternative to a nursing home. Your aging parents or disabled loved ones will feel right at home at Clemens Family Care Home. A safe and comfy environment with 24-hour services. It's a home away from home. Schedule a house tour with Tabby, 252-216-2600. Clemens Family Care Home prides itself by exceeding healthcare industry standards and having trained and credentialed professionals caring for your loved ones. Implement clinical care plans, healthcare monitoring, distributing prescribed medications, prepared meals, activities, and so much more. The number is 252-216-2600. Clemens Family Care Home, where our mission is to enhance and maintain a resident's quality of life while safeguarding their dignity and independence. Schedule a house tour with Tabby, 252-216-2600. A loving alternative to a nursing home. Clemens Family Care Home, assisted living at 110 Pearl Drive, Greenville. Hey, depression is real. Suicide, mental illness, financial devastations, relationship issues, grieving, job loss, battling sickness. Those are real issues that real people have dealt with or dealing with in what we call life. Hi there. I personally invite you to join me every fourth Sunday from 8 p.m. until 9 p.m. on WBIS Awesome Radio.
Oh, man, you got some cupcakes coming my way tomorrow. Very good. Delicious.
I look forward to speaking with you. Join those who saw lemons and made awesome lemonade on WBIS Awesome Radio 106.9 LPFM. Join the PM Positive Motivations with yours truly, Joy Brown. Life happens, but let's pick up the pieces and turn them into positive motivation. Join me every fourth Sunday at 8 p.m. on WBIS Awesome Radio 106.9 LPFM.
You are back on the Sinclair Show, WBISLP, Awesome Radio 106.9. Yeah, it's the hottest station in the Carolina, people. It's prime time, 8:43. We on the back end, got about 15 more minutes of conversation with you. One of these letters we done jumped in. You want to sum it up again?
You can, because I
Oh, she done got rid of her stuff, docking the pay. Listen, people, this is about a woman who's got a husband and a son in conflict. The son running around doing what he want to do, got in trouble because him and his little crew was running around stealing. The court gave him a pre-trial divergence, but dad didn't give him that. He gave him that business. He took everything he had. Then she says that when he got a few days later, that her son named Juan was outside and the husband smelled some marijuana and lost it.
Right.
Said my son said it wasn't him. It was one of his friends, and her husband grabbed him by the throat, gave him the old "who you talking to," and put them paws right up in this called a jugular area, people.
And slam him against the wall.
If you in the window right here, this the jugular. Okay, that's where he grabbed him at. That's exactly where you're supposed to grab him at. See, this the problem right here, people. You ain't got no respect, and you sitting up here talking about my son said it wasn't him. Why your son got friends at your house smoking weed? You responsible for who you bring to the house. And so he grabbed him by the throat, because one, you just got caught up stealing. Now you on a pretrial divergence, which said you ain't supposed to be getting high no way. And you in the back of the house getting high. So he put their paws around the neck. Jugular. Everybody say jugular.
And then he slammed him against the wall.
Slam him against the wall. That's always the second phase. Ain't no need to grab the what, people? Jugular, if you ain't gonna slam them up against the wall. That's just grabbing. We don't want to do that. We need emphasis.
And then he, meaning Jawan, pushed his dad off him. And
stop right there. Go no further.
Okay.
Then Jawan, the little young pup that want to be the alpha male in the house now, because he out here stealing and smoking weed at the house, he decided he gonna push dad back. Great idea there, Juan. It seems to me it didn't go well for you after that. Yeah. So describe what she says happened.
And then she said after that, everything went wild. Her husband began punching him like a grown man.
Pause right quick. For all of my Anglo-Saxon friends out there, when black folks say it went wild, that means It hit the fan.
Chaos.
Drama.
Right.
Go ahead.
Then he started yelling, meaning her husband, so you want to try me? Come on.
Let me tell y'all something. Without any hesitation, that's what every great man would say to a son. Oh, so you want some of this? You want to try me? Come get this. I've been waiting all day. Let me tell you what Juan didn't know. Dad had a bad day at work. You just got caught on the back end of your toughness. So Dad gonna take off the shirt and he said, you want this? Come on, get this. And what does he do?
She said he was possessed.
Now look here. She ain't no minister. She can't spot possession. What did he do?
Then it says her son could hardly catch his breath, and then he punched him again.
Woo-wee. Y'all, look here, let me tell y'all something. That's old school right there. It's old school when your kids start acting crazy and bucking up and you start giving them 2 pieces. She said Daddy gave him so many 2 pieces he couldn't even catch his breath. You don't need no breath. You should have saved that oxygen that you had when you was bucking up. But go ahead.
And then finally she grabbed his arm and he stopped.
Hold up, ladies. Let me tell you what is absolutely, positively, never the right thing to do. When your son is getting the business that he earned from your husband, who happens to be his father, you stay so far back because you can accidentally, without any intent, become the enemy of the state yourself. All right, but go ahead.
And then she said later that night, he told us that my son will have to get out of the house either on the street or going to military school.
Stop right there. People, that ain't nothing but parenting 101. See, after I put these paws on you because you smoking weed and stealing, and it's better for me to put you in your casket than to let them police put you in there. So what I'm going to do now, you don't want to abide by no rules. I'm going to give you some options. Okay. Young man, what is the options? You can either go to military school or do what?
Get out on the street.
You got to hit the bricks, buddy. Mm-hmm. And what did the son say?
He said he didn't want to go to the military.
No, read it like she said.
My son told him he did not want to, and so he put him outside and gave him a
Stop right there. Now let me tell y'all what Camille just did. She did what every mother would do. She tried to do the shell game on us.
I was trying to summarize.
No, summarizing would have been telling the truth. Y'all want me to tell you how she said it? She said, he said he did not want to do it. That ain't what the young buck said. The young buck said, I ain't going.
He said he did not want to.
I don't want to go.
Right.
So when you say you don't want to go, what did the dad of the year do?
He put him outside and gave him a tent and a bucket to use the bathroom.
Sitting in the morning sun.
Oh gosh.
So he done put him outside. And let me tell you how much love that father had for his son. He didn't put him out there and make him sleep under those stars. What did he do? He gave the little buddy a tent. Look here, you're going to need this just in case it rains. And if you got to go to the bathroom, little buddy, here's a 5-gallon bucket. Hold on to the rims. Gotcha, boy. What else did he do?
She then says, I'm not going to have my son sleeping like a homeless person.
Let me tell y'all something. When can we stop this ignorance? Let me tell you something, ladies. Ladies. When are y'all going to learn? You so busy trying to protect. Y'all ought to go be police officers because y'all in the protect and serve business. Only problem is every time you trying to cover for and protect the ignorance that your child do, all you doing is emboldening them to do more. Because she talking about some, I'm not going to have my son sleeping like a homeless person. Well, let me tell you something, baby girl. Here's what you do. Let me get my glasses right. Oh, her name is Regina?
Yes.
Well, let me tell you something, Regina. I got a solution that you gonna love. And only your boy Cindy said can get it to you. Here's what you do. You don't want him sleeping in the tent. Mm-hmm. You go lay on the ground and let your son sleep on top of your back. Go on out there with him then. You got so much love for him. You don't want him to pay no real consequences. He made his own choice when he thought he could tell the man that just put them paws on him that he ain't going to no military camp. So he told him what the 2 options was. You don't get to make the options, so go on outside with him. You want to cuddle him up under your bosom so he sleeps warm? Keep going. What else happened?
Well, you've already answered the rest. She's asking you, Sinclair, I think he's been unreasonable, and if I have to leave to get someplace for me and my son, I will.
Stop right there. Oh, like look, I don't know if y'all be watching like on YouTube, but there's this young African American guy on YouTube, and he got this little saying, and I love the saying. I be trying to find ways to integrate it. Say what she said one more time.
Sinclair,
What?
I think he has been unreasonable, and if I have to leave to get someplace for me and my son, I will.
Let me tell you what the little young dude on the little young with swag, you know what he would say when she told him that? Say less then. Say less. Look, you can't threaten me with a good time. You telling me if I put my son out who telling me what he ain't gonna do, who out here stealing and smoking weed, that you gonna leave too? Girl, let me tell you what'll happen. If the Lone Ranger can kick Tonto off of that other horse, he need to bring it on around there and swing so you can saddle up on it too. That's the problem. You willing to do wrong with your son that's doing wrong. You can't help him be a man because you so busy protecting, and it's all about you. Let me be honest with y'all. I hope all of y'all are out here listening. What this lady is doing, this is about her. This is about her ego. She ain't helping her son. The husband is helping his son. He's making them realize that there are consequences for stealing and smoking weed. He's letting them know it's consequences when you buck up at me at the house. And she's saying nothing is his fault. It was the people he was hanging with. He said it wasn't him with the weed. And she sat there, heard him defying his dad, and everything is, oh, my husband was possessed. Y'all the problem then. So if you want to leave because your son got to get out because he can't shut his mouth, go get your place then. What's the last thing so we can go to something different?
Her question was this, and like I said, you already answered it. Sinclair, do you think my husband's being fair?
Yes.
And how do I get him to change his mind? Because my child does not need to be shipped to the military school just because his dad was prior service.
First of all, it ain't got nothing to do. His dad is giving him an option outside of jail. Do I think the dad is wrong? No, he 100% right. You know what you ought to do? You ought to take yourself somewhere and sit down. You ought to start realizing just for 5 minutes that y'all so busy bucking up against somebody trying to do right to help these young folks get ahead that all you think about is it's a reflection of you and your parenting. Well, the truth is, it is. All right? Now, maybe you'll be more happier when the white judge downtown locks them up. Or you'll go down there and say the judge wasn't fair either. Get out my face. Don't write me no more with that foolishness. Write me when you done got your next spot so you and your son is in the pup tent.
Dear Sinclair,
what it is.
I just got back from my second tour in Afghanistan about 30 days ago.
Congratulations, my brother.
When I left, my wife was pregnant, and now I have a 1-year-old son.
Congratulations again, my brother.
While she and I had some relationship issues before I left, never would I have believed that she would have gotten pregnant by someone else while I was gone.
Scratch that. Congratulations, my brother.
Exactly. She told me because there was no way of hiding it. She went through the crying and all of that and telling me she wants to save our marriage. She does not want to tell me who the guy is because she is scared I would do something to him.
Say less.
Sinclair, to think while I was putting my life on the line, she was back here with this guy in her ear and getting with him. Now, how does she ever think I can exist with some other man's baby in my house?
You tripping. She
ain't nothing to me. And I told her I was going to take my son from her because she ain't fit to be a mother or wife.
Oh, y'all deep.
She kept saying I was gone and she was lonely. You know what? So was I. I prayed and I talked with my battle buddies. I didn't run to another woman. I kept it 100 till I got back. Sinclair, what do you do when someone has been unfaithful, got a child, and ain't got nothing but tears and regret? Signed, Sergeant J. McLean.
Staff Sergeant. All right. First of all, my brother, again, congratulations for making it back safe. We respect what you do by serving your country. Listen, bro, you between the ultimate rock and a hard place. Okay? In all honesty, man, it's difficult to even process your situation. You came back to a baby boy that you had never seen before. Then you find out there's another one on the way that you know ain't yours. Okay. Now you trying to figure out how to process that. First of all, I'm gonna tell you, take 5 on it. Okay. I'm not telling you to stay. I'm not telling you to leave. But the raw emotions that you got to be going through right now, I know it's heavy. All right. The other side of it is, I don't think you should just jump out the gate talking about I'm gonna take my son. Because it's going to take more than her messing around on you for the courts to say she's an unfit mother. You got to prove somebody is incapable of providing for their child. And you saying that, but if you still in the military and you in units that be traveling off and stuff, man, come on. I need you to pause on that. Because sometimes you got to do what's best for the kid and not just react off the situation. It's valid, my brother. I promise you it's valid. Then the fact you're talking about she don't want to tell you who it is. Good thing, dude. Because if she told you who it was, what you gonna say to this man? This man did, unless the allegation was that he raped her, she got with him willingly. So going over there and want to put your hands on him is not gonna do your career any good. Now, let me say this. You asked me, what do you do when someone has been unfaithful, got a child, and ain't got nothing going on but tears and regret? Let me tell you what you need to do. You need to go to your space and pray about it. Because you're going to have to make a real decision. And that decision, you're going to have to ask yourself, can I live with the decision that I make? And right now, you are you all the way left when you're talking about taking a child from a mother. She doesn't have to be, she ain't no good woman for you, but that don't mean she ain't no good mother.
That's right.
All right. And as much as we hate to say these things that they happen too frequently, but when you get into that part of taking a child from a mother, even the attempt to, because I'm telling you the courts ain't gonna have it. Unless you know some facts not in evidence in this letter, don't go down there and do that, because then you're gonna make something that the public is going to see. You can't get that back. All right. So look, this is what I want you to do. We're gonna pray for you. I want you to hit me up so I can give you some avenues of getting some counseling and everything. Right now you hurt, and I understand you hurt. But make sure that you don't go out there and do something to your child. Look, I got to go. This is Sinclair Show, WBISLP. Nice. We out. Sorry about that, people. But look, bro, hit us up so we can help you get what you need, all right? Holla at y'all.